Hey guys, welcome to Gunner's Lounge. Today is just me coming to have a review of some of the match reactions. I've taken a couple from a lot of friends and fellow fans talking about the game, who is to blame, what went wrong, and all of that. Taking all of the emotions aside, the fact is, it was an evenly matched game, right? Though the scoreline doesn't show that at the end, we lost 3 points, and there was a brilliant moment where Soboslai took a crazy ass shot that no one else, even if you had put Courtois or Donnarumma in that post, the best of the best will still not have a hand to that. So, taking all of that away, I'm here to kind of like just go over some of the aspects of the game that piqued my concern, and also the ones that look encouraging. I would like to start off positive because right now it feels like so many fans are going off a negative note that Arteta doesn't know what he's doing. Why didn't he start with a creative force? I myself was on that train, but I'm just going to take a moment to reel back in on the positives to start with, which is the squad depth and quality we have with the depth. Saliba, unfortunately, getting injured in the first 5 minutes of the game. Who would have saw that coming? But thankfully, recruitment has been on 100. Mosquera is a gem. We couldn't feel the absence of Saliba to the extent we thought that it would be felt, because Mosquera did a great job. That being said, it begs to also reckon, why are our players falling like flies in front of the fire as far as injury is concerned? It's becoming too much. This is one of the concerns I have, which I say the Arteta needs to be asked questions. Why is it that our players are falling to injury? Is it something in the training ground that he needs to address? It's happening too often. Now it's happening too often. We had a fellow centre back go out for a couple of months last season in Gabriel Magalhaes. Now we have Saliba potentially. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks, if not months, with that injury that I'm seeing right there. Arteta also confirmed with the press conference that it actually isn't looking good. So I'm wondering, what is really going on? What's the cause? We can't be so unlucky. In my opinion, if it looks like we're having so much bad luck, it's not bad luck anymore, it's bad strategy. So there's something Arteta needs to address as far as the training is concerned and as far as the physical fitness of our players, because we can't have them getting injured and blame it on injury at the end of the day, as if we don't have any form of responsibility in helping these players stay fit through the season. All right, now let's get to one of the concerns, and that is about Arteta being too cautious and conservative going into games like this. It was a game of, tactical width between Slot and Arteta, and Slot came up, with the marginal difference from a brilliant moment from a player. But at the same time, we look at Arteta and we're holding him responsible, because honestly, if you ask me, Arteta could have gone with a stronger midfield that has an attacking threat. There was no attacking threat from our midfield. The last time we fielded midfield with three midfielders that are defensive minded was a game that we lost to Bournemouth shamefully, right? And looking at the way it was lined up, I could tell that this strategy is tending towards holding up a draw, holding the game, controlling the game, making sure that we're moving the ball around, having possession, nullifying the threat of transitions from Liverpool. But at the end of the day, that couldn't have gone for the whole 70 to 80 minutes or even 90 minutes, because it looked like Arteta was having that go on for too long. He could have made those changes earlier. Now, my only hope at this point in time, because we can say all the things he could have done right, and still come up short. My only hope at this point is Arteta is making his notes, learning from his mistakes. I don't have a problem not holding the record of not losing to top six. That record hasn't helped us win a trophy. So it's not something that we should be bothered holding on to, because if we do the business with other teams lower than top six, we can actually still make a good campaign out of this season, right? And challenge for the title and also get the title. So we need to get our head back in the game. Arteta, learn from your mistakes. We have the quality in our depth. Use these players, allow these players to flourish. Talking about players flourishing, I want to talk about Martinelli. I'm one of his big fans, and honestly, I have been sticking it out for him all through this difficult period. But right now, I think it's about time we address the elephant in the room. This guy is not getting better. What do? We did not sign him to be a right back. We did not sign him to be a left back. We did not sign him as a defender. We signed him as an attacker, a goal-scoring threat, a creative outlet in the attack also. And what I'm seeing from this player right now is a far cry from what we saw when he initially came. He was very direct, running at defenders, taking his shot on. He felt, freedom with the style of play we had then. But right now, it feels like something is holding him back. I don't know if it's something that has to do with his mentality or it has to do with coaching. But whatever the case is, we need a solution on that left side. It is not working. Eze looks like a solution, and I'm wondering why Arteta is holding on to the brakes. Let this guy go. We should have let him come on earlier. But I'm not here to cry over spilled milk. We've lost 3 points. It's early on in the season. It's not a make or break. It doesn't decide who has won the league. As we are seeing Liverpool, they are doing great, but you can tell for a fact in the last 3 games they can be got at, and they will be got at. So take it easy. We are not out of the title race. We just came short in a moment of brilliance. So what I'm here to also tell you is keep the faith going. We are on to great things. The depth in that squad would make a huge difference this season. We're going into a very competitive part of the season after the international break, and we're going to be having more competitions to get into the Champions League, the Carabao, and I can tell you for a fact other teams are also going to have to deal with injury situations. It's not just going to be Arsenal. And when push comes to shove at that point, we will see who will rise to the top. So it's still an open season. A lot of fans clamoring and ranting as if Arteta has totally lost it. It's too early to speak that way. Please, guys, let's reel it in and stay positive. All right, that's just a few from me. As far as player ratings goes, I would just head into player ratings. Raya, I would say he has a 7. He couldn't have done so much about that strike. He couldn't have. So that being said, other things he did right. Distribution was not 100, but it wasn't as bad, right? It was still good. But as far as our defensive line is concerned, I would say we also put up a great performance. Big ups to Mosquera, came in for Saliba. He did a fantastic job. I'm going to give Saliba a 5 because he actually didn't finish the game. Then I would say Mosquera comes in to actually get an 8. Yeah, 8 because he did marvelously well. Then we look at the guy on his side, Gabriel. Gabriel too was fantastic as always. I'll give him an 8. Timber, great player, solid. The battle between him and Ekitike, I could see it. It was good. Cody Gakpo, I could see it was solid. Timber is always solid. In fact, I would say he's one of the best signings in the Arteta era, right? So I'll give him an 8 as well. Then Calafiori for me, I'll give him an 8. But honestly, I'll say aside from Mosquera, he was the second defender that impressed me. Salah had nothing on Calafiori as far as that game was concerned, and I'm super impressed. I just want him to be fit this season. I just want him to stay fit because that guy is a baller. He is a baller. All right. Now moving to the midfield, I would say summarizing the whole midfield, I'm giving them a 6. They did a great job, no doubt. But for the fact that they were not contributing anything to the attack, that's why I'll give them a 6. That's for Declan Rice. 6 goes to Declan Rice. 6 goes to Zubimendi. 6 goes to Mikel Merino. Those guys had no spark moving forward, right? Now in the attack, among the 3 players we had the attack, Madueke was the brightest, right? Direct, running at his man. Though he's still suspect when it comes to the output, the final output in the when the main thing is to be done, which is putting the ball in the net. He's still looking a little shaky, but I can say that he's promising. He's a young lad. He's going to pick up in confidence. He's going to actually challenge Saka when Saka comes back. But honestly, I would say I would give him a 7. Yeah, 7. Gyökeres, I'll say 5. He really had not much to do. In fact, I just felt bad for him. No service. and it looks like there's going to be so much pressure on him, but I don't see why he should actually feel any pressure. The team is not playing to his strength. It's going to still take him some time, so he needs time. Everyone that is panicking about Gyökeres, he's a proper striker. Give him time. We need to blend in with him. Martinelli, I already said a lot about Martinelli. Martinelli, for me, I would say 4. Below average performance. And for the substitutes coming on, Martin Odegaard, I'll say 5. Didn't really impact the game as much. He's still hesitant on the ball. There's so much to say about our captain that is breaking my heart, honestly, because he's the shadow of the player that I know him to be. And I'm praying that he flicks on that switch again this season, right? But as far as the game was concerned, 5. He didn't really do much. Having Eze came in and showed some moments of magic as well. We know what we can get from him in terms of brilliance, but I'll give him a 6, right? Then we get into the young lad Max Dahman, which was a substitution that I would expect Arteta would go for because he's a brilliant young player. But at the same time, I'm puzzled considering that we had Ethan on the bench. I was expecting that he would bring in some more experience. Ethan, funny how 18 years old, has more experience, obviously, and could have provided something in terms of an assist or a maverick moment. But Arteta made a decision for Dahman, which on a good day could have turned out to be brilliant. He could have gotten us a penalty or something, but it didn't work out. So generally, we had a bad day at the office, and Arteta should take lessons from it. And that's what I have to say about the game. Today is my birthday, and for those that are watching up until this point, I'll say thank you so much. Though I expected so much, celebration from a win, heading into my birthday, you don't always get what you wish for. But what I would wish for you to do for me today for my birthday is to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you so much. If you're an Arsenal fan, I love you because you're an Arsenal fan. All right, thank you. Bye.